yet because I haven't put my thumbnail on. Never mind, I'll have to sort that out later. I don't even know if anyone's going to come in here. It is 4 AM in the UK. Shall I put something on the community tab? Maybe. If no one comes in, they can watch it later anyway. But I think I will put something on the community tab. Hey guys. Going live now if anyone wants to join me. And if no one does, I'll still do it, what I'm planning on doing, but I won't do a live this late again. I haven't actually took the palette out. Why is that not charging up? Let me take this off a minute. Oh, I don't think I've switched it on. Wonderful. No, I hadn't. So it's coming up for 3 minutes. Well, that's nothing out of the ordinary. Right, just straight and simple. Hey guys, going live now. If anyone wants to join, hope to see some of you over there with an arrow. I think I need the palette for a start. It's not there. I think it might be in the bottom drawer. Or maybe not. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's here. I mean, some of you may have already seen this. So it's my interpretation of the Yucca palette, but I've got thoughts. Like I did a video back in June of last year, so June 2023. So I did a video then on it. And the weird thing is, I don't remember this happening, but obviously I must have gone on a no-buy. Or, yeah, because I said I wasn't buying any makeup. I rewatched the video yesterday. I said I wasn't, or early hours this morning, I said I wasn't buying any makeup. And in that video, I mean, you can watch it if you want. All you need to do is type in Natasha Denona Yucca and it will come up. Or duping the vibes of, something like that. It will come up on my channel. And there's actually a picture of the Natasha Denona Yucca Palette. And all I'm basically doing is showing you the one that I created, which is this one. So we'll talk about this in a minute. And what I feel about the new one that came out. And it did only have 5 shimmers in from what I could tell at that given time, and that's why one of the reasons I decided not to buy it. And also something else must have put me off it. My friends, there was Amy that bought it, Lisa bought it, and Naomi bought it, and a new friend, Eden, has also bought it, and they all really, really like it. But then there was a review that I saw Tenalia Kim, she really doesn't like it, but she doesn't like the Natasha Denona formula, so it could have been any palette that she tried the first go around, I think. Anyway, it was on sale. Let's see if it's still on sale. So I'm just going in with my other phone now. So let's see. And this was on Look Fantastic. So, I mean, I was just surprised at how much it was on sale. I'm like, oh my God. So, hang on. Let me just type it in. I'll just do what I did last night. The thing is, last night, I wasn't actually looking for Natasha Denona Yucca Palette. I've always said I'll buy it in Black Friday. Last year, I said I'd buy it in Black Friday sale, and I never did. So I was obviously, going back to that, I was obviously on a no-buy at some point last year, probably from June till November. I can't remember exactly. I know that I bought some stuff in the November Black Friday sale, so I probably just went on a no-buy for a little while. It certainly wasn't a year-long one. I mean, June, July, August, September, October, November. Maybe I went on a 6-month one. I just really can't remember. And I thought I was doing well this year because obviously I'm doing the 8 months one. Well, year long, but at the moment I've done 8 months. I wish I could remember what I'd bought last year. I know I didn't buy a lot because I was buying friend mail for a friend, and she was me as well. So I wasn't actually buying a lot for myself. So not a lot of makeup came in that I'd bought for the collection. I need to go through my palettes and just figure out what I have bought. I mean, the easiest way to do it is check certain websites that I know that I purchased from and kind of do that at the end of the year, see what we bought, or see what I bought. So, right, Natasha didn't, no, not that. Oh, it's still coming up the same price. So, this is also something I don't get. Natasha Denona and Look Fantastic and Cult Beauty, as far as I'm concerned, work in partnership with one another, and it's £38.40. Is it worth it? Probably. It's £38.40 on the Natasha Denona website. Sorry, not even on the Natasha Denona website. Can't you tell I'm tired? I should be sleeping, not recording. So on the Look Fantastic website, it's £38.40. On the Cult Beauty website, it's £64, which is normal for Natasha Denona. You can get some really nice looks with that. So that's one of them. That's another one, if you want to be that creative. I mean, considering it's got a lot of greens in it, that like the models are not showing, they're not really showing a lot of green looks. I mean, that one's nice. It does have that lime green, but I don't know if that was her pencil that she brought out. I don't know if it's the liner from, you know, from the palette, or she brought some liners out, didn't she? That one's like kind of really nice and smoky. I like that. And then this one is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Right, so what made me not want it, like seriously not want it, and I've just made a decision now, and I'm not gonna, excuse me, I've just made a decision now, and I don't want it. I mean, £38.40 is a steal. I know I'm on a no-buy. My mum said she'd get it me as part of my Christmas present, and, you know, I went to look at Morgan Turner's. I always get mixed up between Morgan Turner and Rebecca Morgan. So I went and looked at Morgan Turner's review because I know she does good reviews. And I was just shocked at the swatches. Let me show you. I'm not shaming Morgan Turner because I really do like her. I feel like she gives really fair reviews. She buys these products with her own money, especially the Natasha Denona palettes, because she said that she loves Natasha Denona. So, I just want to show you the swatches that I saw. And you can tell me your thoughts on it. Right. So these are the swatches. You can see that's Morgan Turner there in the background. They're the swatches. Obviously there's a bit of reflect. There's a bit of reflect from the light there. That can't be helped, unfortunately. But these swatches are giving me blah vibes. They gave me blah vibes, and I've wanted that palette for over a year and a half. Anyway, when I couldn't get that palette last June, I made my own. And like I said, you know, I've swatched it already, but I'm going to swatch it again now for you guys that haven't seen it in the live. So it looks like this, and yeah, the packaging isn't the best. It doesn't look like, obviously, Natasha Denona's, but I'm not bothered about that. And these are for the most part Natasha Denona eyeshadows, apart from this one here. I think it's from the Child, from the Colourpop, the Child palette. This one here is from Fade into Hue. No, I don't think it is. It's from another palette by Colourpop. Oh, it's one of the quintets. I can't remember it, but it's a green palette. And then this one here is from Fade into Hue. So that's what it looks like. So we're going to start swatching now. I don't expect it to be a long video. Thank you for the like, whoever's liked it. I appreciate it. So I'm going to do it here. And then when we've got like the shifty shades, I'm probably going to do it either in the hand there, like swatch it down here, because that's where you see the most like shiftiness. I have got a few. This one here, I really could do with my book, couldn't I? With all the shades. It doesn't matter. This one here is from the Zendo palette. It is a duochrome. So, yeah, when I saw Morgan Turner's swatches, I was right put off. So let's put this on the hand. Oh, that looks actually dry. It does look like it's got a bit of hard pan. But I remember it used to be more pigmented than that. Note to selves, guys, use the palettes that you've got in your collection. I mean, yeah, I feel like it used to be more pigmented than that, but that's a shade there. Like, I love the idea of duping a palette with shadows you already have. A great way to save money and to be creative. I completely agree. I do this a lot on the channel. So if you're not already subscribed and you like that kind of content, please go ahead and subscribe. Completely free. So yeah, I do it a lot. I've also done it. I don't know if you've heard of the new Beauty Bay palette. Beauty Bay Botanicals. I brought out that new palette. And I'll be using this tomorrow in a live. Not at this time though. This is ridiculous time for me in the UK. But I just wanted to come and do this. I couldn't sleep because I've got raging insomnia and sleep problems. So I thought I'd do it now. I didn't really expect anyone to be on here, so thank you. Right, so the next shade is, I think this is from, no, this is a Natasha Denona one. So it's from one of the smaller palettes. Could be from whatever palette, I don't know. I did not know they came out with a new palette. They only came out with it on the 5th of July, so it's recent. And as soon as I saw it, I'll show it to you actually. I'll go to the website, because I've got my phone here. I need a wipe to wipe this off. I'll just quickly go to the Beauty Bay website and you can see it. It is really, really pretty. Really pretty. But I didn't want to, I'm on a no-buy. I didn't want to break my no-buy for it. So, right, here we go. So only £16 as well, like all the, well, like most of the Beauty Bay palettes are. It's a £20 palette. And that's what it looks like there. If you want to get a better look of it, and go to the website. They're the swatches, or 13 of the swatches at least. Some of them shift. Now, Caitlin Costello said that the multi-chromes, duochromes, they're not. So if you read the description, it tells you what kind they are. So I'll just run through the kind of shades that you can expect. Lily is a cream matte, Myrtle is sage green matte, Waterfall is a silver shimmer with lilac and gold flecks. So you could say that is kind of a duochrome, but they're not saying that. Beauty Bay aren't stating that. They're saying basically it's just a shifty shade, because they can't market it as a multichrome or a duochrome if it's not. Mushroom is cool grey and brown matte. Lightning is a cool silver shimmer. Matcha is apple green matte. Artichoke is emerald gold shimmer. Sea moss is an apricot matte. Savannah is cool pink shimmer. Eggplant is a plum matte. Ripple deep silver shimmer. Pebble dove grey matte. Canyon is an apricot shimmer. Oak is a warm brown matte. Amazon is a light green shimmer with gold flecks, so again it shifts, but they can't again call it a multichrome or a duochrome. It would be more money than it is. It would be more money than £16 if it had duochromes or multichromes in that palette. So Ash is a warm grey matte. Fall is a gold shimmer. Clay is a warm brown matte with red undertones. Quartz is a pink and gold shimmer. And June is Italian clay matte. That's all the shimmers and mattes you get in that palette. So I didn't want to break my no-buy for it, because I'm on a year-long makeup no-buy. So my mum's getting me that as part of my Christmas present. When it comes in, I will do a first impressions. Obviously, I can't use it, but I will show it in, maybe in a live, maybe it will be in a longer form content video, but I will show it either way, and we'll just have a look at it, and I'll give you my overall opinions on first impressions. Obviously, I can't swatch anything. So let me go to the chat again. Thanks. Oh, and I totally support the no-buy. I admire you doing one. Yeah, a year's a long time to do one. For everyone that's not used to doing them, I would say do one for 6 months. I did one last year and I just forgot about it. Maybe that was a 6 months one, because last June I wanted this palette, this Yucca palette, and obviously I didn't get it. I said I was going to get it in Black Friday sale. I didn't get it then either. And then it's just gone on sale to £38.40, down from £64. And it's like, if it really did look nice, I would have bought it, or I would have got my mum to buy it for me for Christmas. But I actually did prefer the Botanicals one from Beauty Bay. How pretty, I can't decide if it is more cool or warm tone, almost a mix. Yeah, it's definitely a mix. Right, so we've got this green one here. This is from one of the MIDI palettes. I think it might be from, I think it might be from Zenda. It's a cream to powder. So this one here, you can see the difference in size. This one is from the bigger Natasha Denona Gold. This one's beautiful. So I've duped this palette, but, you know, I'm not blowing my own trumpet or anything, but mine is definitely better. The shades are in it are more expensive. And obviously he's got, well, I'm not saying obviously, but, well, I am. I put like foiled shades in like this, which you may get in the other one, but you're not going to get triochromes and duochromes and things like that. But anyway, that's the gold. I wish I had my pad and I could tell you the names of things. I know that this has come from Colourpop, the Child palette. It's like a really nice khaki green. Really pretty. So that's that one. It's got sequins in it like a lot of their mattes do. And then this one has come from, I think, the Triochrome, Natasha Denona Triochrome. Yeah, because it's a bigger pan. And I know it's not come from Natasha Denona Gold. Oh, that is so smooth. Look at that shade there. Look at that one though as well. So foiled, that gold, love it. You've made some good choices so far. Like I said, I did this palette last year. Then I took it apart because I don't have too many magnetic palettes. I took it apart, put everything back where it should be. And because I wanted the Yucca palette, I actually put it back together. But I've not really used it, and I definitely need to use it more. So if I would have bought the Natasha Denona Yucca palette, I probably wouldn't have used it as much. And I've got so many palettes in my collection, I can't keep doing that. I can't keep buying things and just not using them. Then we've got this one here. This one's from Triochrome as well. So smooth. That's more mustard leaning. I can tell the Triochrome is newer than the what shade was that? Than the Zendo, because the Zendo is a bit rougher in texture, and I feel like some of those eyeshadows will be going out of date. I hope not, but I feel like they will because the palette is just so old. Then I've got this one from the Glam palette, Natasha Denona Glam. That's quite smooth. So that looks like that's quite dark and smoky. That's that one there. I think this one's from Natasha Denona Gold. Very smooth. Yeah, I need to do a look with this soon. Right, and then this has come from a Colourpop palette. Do not ask me which one. I know it's a quintet. I've only got two. You'd think I would remember which one it's come out of. It's quite smooth. It does look a lot like this one down here. So I don't really feel like I need both of them. Oh, this one coming up now is my favourite. Well, no, it's not my favourite in the palette, but it's one of my favourites. It's one of the duochromes from the gold palette. It is so pretty. Let's try putting that on the inside of the hand and see. It's very smooth still. It is a good way to use your eyeshadows. If you've got a lot of eyeshadows, you can definitely dupe palettes. You don't need to keep buying all of the new releases. It's crazy, isn't it, how many new releases of things that come out. Look at that. It shifts, like, it's gold, but it shifts green, like here. So that's that one. And then the last row. Well, there's been some of you coming in, so I appreciate the ones that have. I'm sure it's bedtime for most people now, even in like the US. Like it's nearly 4, well, it is 4:30 nearly. This one came from the Natasha Denona Gold. It's a really nice chocolate brown. I've been breaking down some of my palettes and making singles out of them so I can learn to make my own colour stories or dupe the vibes. Yeah, I do a lot of duping the vibes. I'll show you some of my palettes in a minute actually, because we're nearly done with this. and you can see the ones that I've got magnetic palettes for. But yeah, it's definitely a good idea. It's definitely a good idea if you've got a lot of Colourpop palettes, which I do. And that's how I can dupe a lot of the palettes that I want to dupe, because all these shades here, apart from two. So this one here is Makeup Geek, and this one here is from the Natasha I can't get my words out. Natasha Denona Glam Palette. It's a transition shade. So if you want to see the swatches on that, I did a video on that yesterday. It's pointless going over that one. But I'll show you the other palettes I've got. Then we've got this kind of marigold shade here. This one is from the Triochrome palette. I know which palettes have come out of. I just don't know the names of them. Got too many palettes for that. Oh, that's beautiful. Right, now I might have to try going down here for the last few shades. Right, now we are coming up for my favourite. And again, I'll try and put that on the inside of the hand there. So this is a Triochrome. It's called Scarab. It's from the it's from Natasha Denona Triochrome palette. I think it's got a black base, but that's what it looks like. How beautiful is that? Like all over the eye. Oh, and it still feels as smooth as when my mum got me the palette. My mum doesn't like buying me makeup. She's like, you've got enough, you don't need any more. And she's got a point. Ooh. It's a light green with a yellow shift. Yeah, definitely a yellow gold shift. Can you see why it's my favourite? Right, so that's that one. And then we've just got two left to swatch. And they're just... Are they from Colour? No, I don't think so. I think this is from... maybe Zendo again. I think it's a Natasha Denona one. Yeah, it's very smooth. And then we've just got a green one left. This one is from Colourpop Fade into Hue. That's smooth. That's another palette I need to use soon. Fade into Hue by Colourpop. So these are all the shades. I know they're off on an angle. They're doing their own thing. But yeah, that's a lot of them. And I've shown you the special shades. So in my palette that I've created, like I've got this really nice foiled one here that I showed you earlier. This one's a duochrome, and this one, I think this one's this one's a duochrome as well. And then this one is a triochrome. It shifts 3 different colours. So like when I'm looking at it there, it's green, and then when I show it there, it's like a mustard yellow, and it also shifts like a gold. Now, let's go back to that site. It looks fantastic. And let's see. I mean, I've never actually looked into like the shades of the Yucca palette. So let me go and have a look at it and let me see if you're getting any duochromes, multichromes, etc. If it even says. It just says a 15 pan eyeshadow palette featuring an array of mattes, metallics and foiled formulas. So some of these shades will be foiled. But normally it says, doesn't it? And then it says, description, inspired by the sunset seeping through the gaps of palm leaves, the Natasha Denona Yucca Palette showcases a warm, earthy collection of mixed mattes, metallics and sparkling foiled formulas. The 15-pan palettes strike a harmonious balance between wearable orange-brown hues and statement green, glitter and golden tones. Each buttery matte eyeshadow melts seamlessly into the next on the lids, granting you the perfect diffuse gradient, while the pigmented shimmers sweep on with the high impact finish. Well, so will mine though, because it's mainly all Natasha Denona. The only ones that aren't are, there's about 3 shades I think that aren't, they're Colourpop, and I do like the Colourpop formula. How to use... No. Why aren't they telling us what the shades are? Not the shades, we know what the shades are, but the actual formulas. Why not? Sephora, they might. How strange. Like, even on the Beauty Bay, you heard me earlier when I was going through it, even on the Beauty Bay palette, which is a very very inexpensive palette, it just doesn't tell you. All it says on Sephora is, inspired by the serenity of the morning sunrise, brushing along the tropical leaves of the Caribbean plant, the Yucca eyeshadow palette captures Natasha's uplifting journey to the Maldives, experiencing gleaming skis above fervent sand below and peace within, led to 15 new fiery shades of eyeshadow gathered in this palette, conjuring the fantasy in discovering a treasure of beauty contained a golden vessel. The Yucca eyeshadow palette, I can't even pronounce that word, synergistically merges Natasha's 3 daring formulas of sparkling, foiled, matte and metallics. So there's no mention of duochromes, triochromes, but you're definitely going to get foiled metallics. But will it be as foiled as that? Because there's a reason why she charges more for her bigger palettes, like the Natasha Denona Gold and the Natasha Denona Triochrome. They're about £120, whereas her midi palettes are like £64, and then there's the smaller palettes, isn't there? And what do they go for at the moment? I don't even know. It's been that long since I bought one. I'll just check Sephora while I'm on here. I feel like at the moment, guys, when I'm off this snow buy, I feel like, if anything, I'm going to get a smaller palette. Like, there's this Natasha Denona Golden palette. What do we feel about this? I don't know what you're trying to get at, but no, I won't do that. I'm going to remove this guy. So yeah, as I was saying, the Natasha Denona Golden palette is really nice, but I've got the Natasha Denona Gold palette, so that's what the Golden palette looks like. And yeah, we was talking about the smaller palettes, wasn't we? Or I was. I just feel like some of them, why must there always be a weirdo? Well, I've filtered some comments and he couldn't say what he wanted to say. So that's why I removed him. And people are saying, why don't you just get mods in? And I'm like, well, I don't need them. Well, you know, while my channel isn't the craziest, when it starts getting crazy with comments, of course, I'll have to ask moderators to come in, or I'll have to ask people if they want to be a moderator. So there's this, I've got this palette actually, this Natasha Denona Retro Mini Palette. I'll show it you. It's in Project Pan. It just looks like that. So you can see mine's took a bit of a beating, definitely this shade here. So I've got that one. I need to tell you which ones I want. But yeah, it does annoy me. It really, really does annoy how they just come in here, the trolls. I mean, I'm not even a big channel. I don't understand it. I like the look of the Natasha Denona Retro Glam as well. That's £64 on Sephora. I've got the Natasha Denona Mini Pastel Palette. That's 18. So that's gone down by 25%. I've got the I Need a Nude by Natasha Denona, the big one. Mini Bronze, I don't need that because I've got the bigger Mini Bronze palette. Natasha Denona Glam Mini, I don't need that because I've got the Glam, the bigger one. Natasha Denona Nude Mini. I quite like the look of this. I know I said I've got the I Need a Nude, but this looks different. That one looks different. Oops. And then there's that Starlet palette as well down here. You're not going to see it, are you, unless I click on it. That one looks real pretty. So there are a few minis, but they're £24 each. And I don't want to be paying £24, so I'll wait until they go on sale. So, oh, that golden palette is pretty. It is pretty, but it's got 10 shades that are in the Natasha Denona Gold, the bigger one that came out a few years ago. And the only reason they brought this Natasha Denona Golden palette out is because they stopped selling that one. That one you can't even buy anymore. The one that I've took, like, these bigger shades out of, this one, this one, this one, this one. This shade, I know this shade's called Log. And this one is called Lime Chrome. I'm just remembering the shades now. And also, like, in the golden palette, I don't even think you get Lime Chrome. There are some pretty shades in there. You're getting 5 new shades that aren't in the Natasha Denona Gold palette, but it's not worth it for me. And, you know, I have seen people use it, and it's kind of like, I don't really need it. Not really. So, I've already shown you this. Like I said, you know, if you want to see them swatched, I did a live with it yesterday. It was the last live I did, so that makes it easier. These Lorac palettes are really, really good, guys. And this is probably the most inexpensive magnetic palettes you can get. So that's those. Right, this one was... And I've taken a lot of shades. Like you can see, it's practically all empty. I've taken a lot of shades to fill this one. So they're all Colourpop. And this one was my interpretation of the retro, like, I can't remember what it's called. The big one that... Because I never wanted it, and then I've seen people use it, and I'm like, ooh, I quite fancy that. But it's a case of whether I'm going to use it on the regular. And if I'm not going to use it on the regular, then it's not even getting into my collection. Alright, it's called Glam. Retro Glam, sorry. So we've still got some shades in it. I will, like, once I've used this, I will put them back, because I have written them down. So that's what it's looking like at the moment. And then I'll probably swatch these shades out in a different live. So that's that. Then what's this one? Oh yeah, this is all my pastel roses. So this looks like that. So it's my ABH, and this is what it looks like. So in my Shop My Stashes, what I'm doing, like I've got loads of them somewhere else. I'll show you them in a second. So we've got pastel roses. We've got, I don't know where this has come from. You can see it's a lot bigger than the other sizes. we've got Titmouse Cosmetics, which are no longer around. This one here is Kaima Cosmetics, which I think they're still around in the UK, but it's a UK based palette really. So I've got that one. Where are the others? Whoops, I'm just trying to, I did my palette ranking today, it's not up on the channel yet, so I'm just trying to make sure I don't drop anything. Right, so I pulled this palette, well, I didn't pull it because there was nothing in it to begin with, apart from these two blushes that I'm going to show you, or a blush and a highlight. So I made this palette when I did my Shop My Stash, so it looks like this. These are pastel roses as well. I think the only one that isn't is this one. Yeah, Titmouse Cosmetics in the shade Eleanor, and I pulled that. No, it's not. There's one more. I pulled that one because I wanted that for the inner corner, and then this one here is Glam Shop, and it's a really nice, pretty pink. What's that one called? Giggle. Oh my god, that is such a pretty magnetic palette, so shiny inside the shadows and the outside. Yeah, that's an ABH one. I got that from DK Maxx. You know, I think I will swatch these, not today, but in time. Maybe over the next few days. And then this one, you can see, full of Colourpop. You know, so I have a lot of Colourpop palettes, but these don't really get used, which I should really try and use these more. Let's sort them out a bit. And then these ones down here are from Glam Shop. These are like pastel duochromes. Like you've got that really nice blue green. Then we've got a minty green here. We've got an orange with a pink flip. I mean, look at them. They are stunning, and I'm just not wearing them. What's that one? Oh, that one's come from Glam Shop too. Lemongrass. That one's like darker than the rest of them. I think that's just the metallic, whereas the other ones are pastel duochromes. So that's another one. See, I do have a lot, you know, and I'm like, I shouldn't even be thinking about ordering any more singles. There's some singles on the Glaminatrix website that I really like the look of. And I have actually got singles by Glaminatrix, but they're somewhere else. I'm just trying to show you my magnetic palettes that I've put together. So until I start, like, some of these, especially, there's one shade in particular which I'm not happy about. I think it needs to get decluttered, which is this one here by Pastel Roses. I think it's one of the duochromes. It is dry AF, guys. Dry AF. I know you can see it, but like when I touch it compared to the other textures, it really is dry. It's called Hawaii. Let's try and do a, where can I do the swatch? Yeah, it's not even swatching. So when I've used all the shades, I will we will do a declutter, and I'll see what I want to keep, what I want to declutter. Then I've got some more Colourpop. So remember that palette Colourpop brought out? Truly, Madly, Deeply. At one point it was an Ultra Special, and then they brought it out on the Colourpop website. I bought it, but I didn't really like the way it was set up. Now, I'm a pastel lover. I really do like pastel shades, and this is my interpretation. I can't remember what palette they brought out. It was a pastel palette anyway. It might have been that Sailor Moon one. I don't know. Or it might have been a mix of Sailor Moon and another pastel palette. I can't remember, but I do like this, and I need to use it more. I love this shade here. I'm looking at the shade name on the palette, but it's not that. It's like, when I'm looking at it, it's a duochrome, and for Colourpop, to actually give you duochromes. I feel like that's unreal. So it's like a white to blue shift. Oh yes, oh yes. So that's that. And then there was that other shade. Yeah, this green here. Well, these two greens. That one there. These do not feel like Colourpop ones. Look at them. I don't know where the hell I pulled them from, but they are nice. Sorry, I'm keeping this live going a little bit longer than it should be, really. I just thought you might want to see what I've got. I think there's two more magnetic ones. This Luxy Beauty. Now, a friend told me, obviously I've not seen anything myself, a friend told me that Luxy Beauty have kind of, I don't know, they've gone out of business. I don't know what's happened there, but she was telling me also, and I'm just going off what a friend, I'm trying to get these swatches off, because then I might be able to swatch some of these Luxy Beauty. So I feel like you should see them because they are nice and sparkly. But then I feel bad for telling you about them because let me see if the site's up and available. Because if the site's up and available, how can they be out of, going out of business? Because I've not heard anything about it apart from my friend telling me that people have been ordering and they've gone out of business and they've not given the money back to the people or the products. Oh yes. Sorry, this store is currently unavailable. Wow. That's not cool, is it? So yeah, it would appear that my friend, I mean, I didn't doubt her, I didn't, misbelieve that she was telling me the truth, but I'd just never heard anything about it. Would be nice if I had some wipes that weren't actually bone dry, wouldn't it? What I'll do is maybe try and swatch them in the hand there. I haven't got that many. They fit in a Colourpop palette like this. So, where are my others? I'm sure I had more than this. I don't know, but anyway, this is what I've got. They're really, really nice. They're called Luxy Beauty Auroras. So they don't claim the multi-chromes, they don't claim the duochromes. I mean, at the end of the day, they're only $2.50. I think they're $3 normally, and I got them in the sale for $2.50. And this was last year. A friend had to send them on to me because Luxy Beauty don't actually send them out. I might try and swatch them here. I'm not the best at swatching on my left hand because I'm a right-handed gal, but we'll see how we can get on because it's a mess. So let's see. I feel bad for the people that got no product or refund, but I think it's okay to still show what you have for inspo, and it's just fun to see what people have. I think so too. This one here looks like it's got a purple shift. Right, let's try and swatch this with my right hand. Lovely. Oh, I love that. I'll tell you the names of them. I did break a couple, so I don't have as many as I thought. So that green one is called Dido. I think this next one is called Solstice, and you can see like I've lost a lot of shadow from that. I managed to repress some. Yeah, Solstice. This one's a lot smoother. It's a lot more like transparent as well than the green. I'm glad I got these, and when I got them, like you, I do feel bad that people haven't got the Luxy Beauty shadows. That is stunning. But I mean, yeah, it's a lot of companies do this. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I just hope they get the money back eventually. They've probably gone bankrupt then, haven't they? Angel Wings. Yeah, they've definitely got a shift to them. That's Angel Wings there. And like I said, like with the Pastel Roses ones, because there's a lot. When next week, when I feel like next week or the week after, when I put everything back into the palette that is Pastel Roses, we'll come on, we'll do a live, maybe even around this time, like 4 o'clock in the morning if I can't sleep. If not, it will be done earlier, but like if you guys can't make it, you can always watch the replay. That's what it's there for. But yeah, I mean, oh, that's the wrong way. Not exactly the best at swatching the left hand. Screwballs next. This one here. How do you feel about the new Cosmic Brushes palette? Oh my gosh, want it so bad. Sorry if you already did a video on them. I've got either 4 or 5 of the palettes. So I've got Royal Rose, I've got Serenity, I've got Pastel Delight, if that's what it's even called. I've got Muse. So 4 from what I can remember, and I want that neutrals one. I'm not too bothered about the cool tones because I don't really wear that much cool tones, and I've got, like, for the cool tone looks that I want to do, I've got enough. So I don't feel like I would get much use out of the cool tone one. My mum said if I still want it nearer the time of Christmas, she will buy me that for Christmas as well, and then that will be my presents for Christmas. And my birthday is in February as well. Because I don't feel like that one is limited edition. It could be. I'm not too sure that they even do Serenity and Muse anymore. Last time I looked, it said out of stock. So I don't know what's going on with that at the moment. Shall we see? But they, the Cosmic Brushes, put multi-chromes in their palettes. I think there's 2 or 3 in this new palette, which they've never done before, and it is a little bit more expensive. It's £28. I think with Nay's Vanities code, if you live in the UK, I think it worked out. Before that it was £33, and then because you have to pay for protection as well. So before that, it was £33, then it went down to £31, and my mum said she's cool with that. So obviously, look, this is the new one, as we all know. And you can see that this one down here is a duochrome, this one here, not a duochrome, a multi-chrome. And look at the swatches, and yes, they're going to have studio lighting, but just look at those swatches. But let me tell you, this is what I mean about companies listing names, whether the multi-chromes or what. So I won't go through all the names again, but let me tell you. Right, so Radiant, a beautiful multi-chrome metallic that shifts from white gold to green to orange to pink. So what's that then? 4 shades. It's shifting. So that's one. You're getting lots of metallics in here too. And then Luke's is a vibrant duochrome metallic with a golden pink base that illuminates to a yellowy green. So that shifts a lot as well. Was it just 2? I heard somebody say 3. Just going up the list again. Right. Yeah, it's just 2. Well, it's just 1 duochrome, 1 multichrome. I feel like a lot of their later palettes did that. I know the Pastel Delights have done it. Well, they've done it with the Pastel Delights, should I say. Yeah, because it's there and you can see where the multichrome is here. So that's still there. Oh, that's there as well. I wanted that Frosting Highlighter Trio. This one here. I love highlighters like that. That shift. The Winter Wonderland palette. I think you asked me a question about that, didn't you? Did you get the winter one? I missed the rose one. I got the 3 before the winter one. Then they came out with those 2. So there's 3 for sale. I don't have. Ha ha ha. I don't need them. Winter Wonderland. So that's that one. I didn't get that because it's all like blues and purples. But I do like the look of it now, looking at it. And it's still for sale. Muse is on there. Muse is £18. But you don't really get any multi-chromes. I think you get duochromes in that one. Like when Serenity and Muse came out. That's weird. Because Serenity is £20, yet Muse is £18. Serenity came out first. And why haven't they put Muse to £20 as well? I do feel like Muse is my favourite. Then there was that Gothic palette that they brought out for last Halloween. Didn't get that either. So there's a lot of palettes that I've skipped out on. But yeah, I think I do want the neutrals. But there's also a little quad by Pat McGrath Labs that I'm liking the look of as well. So I don't know which one I'll get for Christmas. 3 for sale. I don't have. I don't need them. You might not need them, but there's that fine line between needing them and wanting them. I always say that with my friends. So we've done 3 of these. Sorry, we've done 3 of these swatches from Luxy Beauty. How many have I even got? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what's this one? Electric Lemonade. This is another blue. I don't know why you have these blues, considering I'm not a blue person. No, that can't be right. I've not swatched the other blue. Let me take this off my hand. Screwball. So yeah, we were just about swatching Screwball, wasn't we? Oh, this has like a purple shift. Can never get things to swatch how I want them to. They'd probably swatch better on the inside of the hand. But I mean, how many can I swatch there without having the right, you know, wipes or even a makeup eraser? Oh, I mean, I want them. I figured out I can depot them and magnetise them and put them in my Adept palette. I got 2. And they are magnetic too. What do you mean, depotting the whole of the cosmic brushes? I wouldn't want to do that because I'm like, oh, what happens if something goes wrong while I'm doing it? So I just see singles. I can play with them when I see them. I love they do multi and duochromes for so affordable. It is affordable, but someone was saying to me, it's affordable if you live in the UK. If you don't live in the UK, you've got to pay all the shipping. But when you think about it, look at all the other indie brands, like you've just mentioned Adept, and like there's Cleona Cosmetics and things like that. they're way more expensive. So I do feel like people are still getting that good deal. Sorry I talk too much. I like talking, keep talking. Yes, I depotted all my cosmic brushes. I will say 2 died, they broke. Oh, I hope it wasn't any good shades you lost. Electric Lemonade's next. This one feels a lot smoother. This one here. So out of those two, I don't normally go for blues, but this one shifts like a true duochrome would. What shade was that? Screwball. Like when I'm looking down at it, it's like a light lavender purple. And this one just is true to what it looks like in the pan, which is nice, but it is what it is, right? Then we've got a couple of purples coming up. So we've got Oob, very, very pretty. No, they were boring mattes. That's good. It wasn't your shimmers. You would have been like, no. So have you got a lot of magnets then? Because they're not magnetised, are they? This is just a shimmer as well. Like, some of them are shimmers. I mean, to me it looks like it's got, when I'm looking in the pan at least, it looks like it's got a shift, like a blue shift. And then the other shimmer is Fuchsia AF. That looks like it's got a blue shift. So that's just here. Right, I know what's coming up now. Cookie dough. My favourite ice cream by Ben & Jerry's. This is one of my favourite Luxie Beauty shadows as well. It looks really, really good for the inner corner. It's got a bit of a blue shift. I mean, I was always meant to get a little bit, so that's cookie dough. I was always meant to get some more, like a friend said that if I bought them and sent them to her house, she would send them on to me, but I never got round to it. Now I'm kicking myself. Nectar. This one's like yellow, really, really pretty. Where's that got black in it now? Yeah, a lot of them are metallics, but that doesn't mean they're not pretty. So that one's yellow there, and it's called Nectar. I love this one here. I'd probably say some of my favourites are this one here, because that's got a definite shift. This one here, Cookie Dough, Nectar. I like them all, but I would say those 4 are my favourites from Luxie Beauty brand. I'm sorry you guys can't get them anymore, that sucks. And then I've got some Glaminatrix, and I think one's a Cleona one. They are not. I bought a couple packs of magnets off Amazon and magnetic palettes. They weren't too terrible in cost, I suppose. I wish I had found them in store somewhere, but I was happy to get them. Magnetic palettes you can normally get from TK Maxx if you've got a TK Maxx near you, so I'd keep an eye out for them there because they're so inexpensive. Let me see if I've got the price of these Anastasia Beverly Hills ones, because normally I don't take prices out of things. Right, $4.99. So I would have paid $4.99 for them both. I think the glitter one was even least like not as expensive. I think that was $3.99. Right, so I'm just going to show you this last one because there's not as many shades in this either. And it's a beautiful palette. It reminds me of my best friend. She loves flamingos. See, we're only getting 6, but you can see just how they're just so dimensional. I'm going to have to pull these down because I do not want to break these, because my friend sent me 5 of them, and then I got, well, 2 friends sent me some. One sent me 5 and one sent me 1. So I'm going to do the Glaminatrix ones first. I don't know where I'm going to put them. Oh my god, what a stealing, so pretty. Exactly. I do like the Anastasia ones because they're bigger. But if you're kind of looking for a good one, a next good one to buy from Amazon, you can get the Lorac ones. I think eBay do them as well if you order from eBay. So this one is IS1. So pretty. I think it's got an orange tint to it. Yeah. I cannot let these go bad. Need to use them. Have used them for lives in the past. Let me try and turn it down a bit. So that's that. Then we have G'day. I like that one because my friend's from Australia and I always think of her. So that's that one there. These two look really, really similar, but on the eyes, they're not. I honestly thought this video was going to be short and sweet. And we're coming up to 70 minutes. I won't keep you too much longer, guys. So we've got this one, Baubles. So these are all Glaminatrix until I tell you otherwise. And that one always reminds me of Christmas. That's a blue as well. I would say blue to green shift. Yeah, it's not looking anything like what I'm describing on camera. It's looking silver. And we definitely need to do looks with these soon. Right. So she got me those 3 first, and then these came as a quad. Well, you could buy them as a quad, but I didn't want the quad. I didn't want the mattes. I just said I'm just happy to have the actual 2 singles. So Glaminatrix Cosmetics Majestic. So pretty. Very, very smooth. I think these might just be not shifty shades, metallics. But I think this one's a metallic, no, sorry, a shifty shade. Yeah, that one's Sparks. Beautiful. Look at that. Trust me, guys. In person, that is stunning. Right, and then I've just got one more to do. And then I'll let you get off here. Right, so this one is from Terra Moons. Actually, not Cleona. This one, my friend sent to me. I love how passionate you are about makeup. I get the same way when I see a gorgeous eyeshadow. Do you have a makeup channel? I am very passionate about makeup. Not always been this case, not always been this way. I didn't actually wear makeup till about 10 years ago. I wore it, but just not to the extent that I'm wearing it now. And obviously, like I wasn't confident to do these kind of lives. Yeah, I get the trolls in here, but I don't care. I don't care what they have to say. They can say what they want. So this one's Solar Delirium. Blimey, it's beautiful. Just don't know where to put it, that's the thing. Wowzers. It's a bit flaky. Out of all them, I think that's my favourite though. This one. Let's see if I can put this in my hand. I'll put my two favourites in my hand. I'll get sparks there as well. Because I don't think this is a duochrome or anything. It's got a black base though. It's very, very pretty. That's Sparks, that's Solar Delirium. It's not really picking up the shift or anything. Maybe we can try and do some of these other ones on the hand. So that was the first one I swatched. Oh, you can see the orange there in that. Right, there's so much glitter, guys. And I'll do the other two. Because I think that, I'm not too sure whether they're multichromes or duochromes. So next one, Good Day. This one isn't like the different formulas. So that one's Good Day. Really pretty still. You've just got to watch singles, especially when you're buying from indie brands, because they're not going to last forever. And then this one is Baubles. So let's see what that looks like. Yeah, see, that's much softer than Good Day. And yeah, it's definitely got blue and green in it. So I would say, I think she did get me multichromes. Doesn't look blue and green here. It looks more lavender, but trust me, it is. I don't know why I'm trying to cover it. I wonder if I take a picture, we can see what it looks like. Yeah. I'm taking a close-up picture. Oh, I'm actually video recording here. So don't worry about my close-up hands. But look, you can see it is actually blue and green, like I said. It's not lavender. But yeah, when I bring it in, it looks like some kind of lavender shade. I just realised my name doesn't show the same on here. Lol. I used to have a channel, I've deleted it twice because life got in the way, and then my health and anxiety got really bad. I'm sorry to hear that. I know all about anxiety, depression. I feel like it helps. Like, being on here helps. Obviously when you don't get the trolls in, it helps. And you know, you can sort out trolls by just putting them in timeout, reporting them to YouTube. You don't have to put up with their crap. But for me, like, everyone deals with depression and anxiety differently. For me personally, being on YouTube live probably helps me more than actually filming a video by myself in my room. So this is why I do all these lives, just because I like talking to you guys. I love talking to different people. I just got back on and I have only been watching, but too nervous to start filming again. I have a lot to catch up on. Mel, so your name's Mel, that's great. Are you subscribed, Mel? To me, I mean. Because then I'll know if you come in again and I'll know who you are. I won't forget that username anyway, Squishy Hippo. So, I mean, there's no real rush for you to go back onto your channel anyway. And that's even if you want to do it. You don't have to do it. You're more than welcome to watch other content creators. And I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about other content creators will all be welcoming, especially the smaller ones, I think. I've got one, if you're not already watching it, I've got one that you could go and watch. She's really, really good. She does hauls, she does swatches like I do, she does, well, the odd live, not too many. She does get ready with me's, which are quite nice. She's called Tammy, and then her last name is quite hard. Like, I was pronouncing it all different ways. She's called Robichaud, or Robichaud, which is spelled Robicchaud. And she's just so nice. I love her channel, and she's a very, very small content creator. I feel like she needs more subscribers than she's got. I think she's at 135 at the moment, 135. So I'm just saying, you know, if you do like makeup related content and you like to support smaller channels, I know that she'd love it. But if you do go over there, just tell her I sent you. Yes, subscribed. Thank you so much. It means a lot. I do these lives every single day. I'll be back on live again later on today. It's 5:20 now in the UK. So tonight I'll be doing a live with that palette I showed you earlier. The one that is my dupe for the Beauty Bay Botanicals. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do. And yeah, we'll see. So basically what I do in my lives is I use my Shop My Stash products or my Project Pan products, and then I'll pull a palette out that I want to use. In this case, it's going to be, when she gets to it, this one. So that is the palette tonight. Oh, this one is a Pastel Roses shade as well. So this one's called Lime Twist. Let me just swatch this, because it does not look how it's coming across. So it looks green in the pan, but then when I put it on the hand yesterday, it didn't look like that at all. Through the camera, it started looking peach. Yeah, it's done it again. Orange peach leaning here. Tell me what part of that is orange or peach. So that's a duochrome. That's obviously not going to work. It's not the same as any shade that's in the Beauty Bay palette. But I think it will work out really, really well with these like orange leaning shades I've got in, these peach leaning shades, and also the neutral leaning shades. So I may even use that tonight. Thank you, and yes, I love to support smaller channels, and I should appreciate it. I am trying to get her up to her 150 though, because she deserves it. She is literally posting videos out like me pretty much every day, sometimes 2-3 videos. If you like collection and declutter videos, I've got them on my channel, and Tammy's just started doing them. So they're longer form content videos, so if you just go to our channels, you'll see them. I will be keeping an eye out for your lives and just checking out your latest videos. Thank you. Stick the notification bell on if it's not already on, and then they should just come through. Like I said, I do the lives pretty much every single day. If a live doesn't go up, there's normally a reason for it. For the last month, I've been doing lives consistently every single day, without fail. So yeah, I'm doing that at the moment, and I'm also doing longer form content. Anyway, it's 5:30. I really should try and get some sleep. I want to say thank you to you, especially Mel, for listening to me go on and do my swatches. I didn't think anyone was going to be in it. To anyone that's still in it, please like the video if you've not already done so. I would massively appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow if you decide to join me. Thank you guys. Bye.